Hey,
What can I do?
lost track of how many blisters I got.
Our little sanctuary revival project has really helped. Takes my mind off things.
Seems to be growing well.
Another day of hard work. Never changes.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
away, sir. Will do. On it. Presently, sir. Nothing would please me more.
Nice being on the move again. You were... paper cuts them back home.
Damn ferals. Radiation has a twisted sense of humor.
What's that for?
So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work ahead of us, brother.
Paladin dance.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I know what Maxon said, but it sounds like...
Maxon seems so young compared to everyone else. You're okay with that?
Don't let his age fool you. Maxon's a brilliant tactician, a formidable warrior, and possesses an idealistic vision for the future of the Brotherhood. I'd follow him anywhere, without question.
Why are you so confident in his abilities?
A decade ago, the Brotherhood had almost gone completely astray. The Elder before Maxon sent us down a path that was leading nowhere. He was more concerned about charity than the preservation of technology. But when Maxon took over, he single-handedly reprioritized the Brotherhood from the ground up and put us back on the path to glory. This ship and its crew are a testament to his leadership.
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his determination, we'd be lost. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
So what's all this about you being my sponsor?
Elder Maxon is understandably particular when it comes to new recruits. He believes in order to keep the Brotherhood strong, we have to bond as brothers. As your sponsor, it's my duty to travel with you throughout the Commonwealth to ensure that our ideals are being observed. That's why I'm so concerned about your performance in the field.
I won't let you down, Danse. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Do you need to come with me now?
It might help if I tagged along with you. On the other hand, you might want to make your first impression without a paladin standing over your shoulder. It's up to you.
You can come with me or wait until I'm done. It's up to you.
In that case, I prefer to tag along. If you change your mind, just let me know.
Piper,
Heading my way?
you sure you want to travel with me?
I think I could suffer through it.
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Exercise extreme caution out there, Piper. The Commonwealth is hazardous for civilians.
I can handle myself, soldier boy.
You fry up a hunk of cram with a little Nuka-Cola, it almost tastes like food.
Hey,
With the Prydwen in town, the Institute doesn't have a chance.
Welcome aboard, brother.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam? Where are you going, Knight?
We're out here
You
representing
need to
the
complete
Brotherhood.
your medical exam.
Let's make them proud.
Oh, you're back. Good. Are you ready for your medical exam?
sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like... First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Have you had problems with the crew catching diseases?
Well, yes, actually. It's not unusual for our recon teams to stumble. We don't want a single... Anyway, this exam is about you.
Mm-hmm. Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered...
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume... Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human?
That's more of a morals question, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is just as important. Anyone that hesitates firing in combat due to misguided moral standards certainly is... So what about you?
Mm-hmm. If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer. And the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your... If you ever need medical assistance.
There's Brotherhood, then there's everything else. Nothing in between.
Looking for medical assistance, soldier?
Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc.
All right, soldier.
Took one chem too many.
There's nothing... And that's that. Anything else bothering?
Think I soaked up some rads out there.
All right, let's flush your system. And that's that. Anything else?
Got roughed up.
Huh? All done. Any other complaints?
No other complaints.
Sounds good.
I really should have my armor adjusted while I'm here.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree, since it's obvious that you aren't who I was.
I'm asking myself the same thing.
I don't recognize you. Which leads me to, specifically, the one that Paladin done under normal circumstances. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols, and unfortunately...
Uh-huh. Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you... And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have... In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Proctor Quinlan.
Please, finish your introductions by all means. But I do hope you'll consider assisting me when you're done.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she loves her little zoo of...
Try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. You can't fix it.
I can fix it. You're the
You
one who
haven't
decided to
lived
kick your
until
way
you
through a
tipped a
mire.
Brahmin with a vertibird. Now that's
Got
a
it.
challenge.
There it is.
How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
Thanks, brother. I owe you.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's always the first question from the new guys. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Come on. If we're going to be working as a team, we should get to know each other better.
I guess I can't argue with that. I was fighting with the Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland. Worked at a staging area for the power armor troops. Our position was along a ridge line overlooking the battlefield. I'd say it was a 100-foot drop, give or take.
You weren't aboard the Prydwen?
The Prydwen wasn't under Maxson's command at the time. It wasn't even in the Capital Wasteland. If she'd had been there, the battle wouldn't have been such a challenge. To make a long story short, the ridge I was standing on took a hit from a nuke. Sheared most of the cliff right off, and caused the platform I was standing on to tumble over the side. If I hadn't been test piloting one of the power armor suits at the time, I would have died.
Your power armor helped you survive the fall?
Yeah, it took the brunt of the impact. But I don't know if I'd call it surviving. The suit was trashed after it landed, and I lost both of my legs. Haven't walked since. Anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Security's too tight.
Don't let Maxon's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician and an experienced soldier.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory that manufactured weapons and ammunition. Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes to the cause. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, extra work for you to do.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Proctor.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Not really here to chit-chat. I had orders to meet the crew.
Rules. Everyone around here. I hope you're not another one of those by-the-book. And this is... Powers that be have me locked. If you need to...
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're...
Right.
When I tell... Of course, if you...
I could use some...
You need them.
Just
in... And since... After you're done with the meeting.
Sure.
In the meantime.
Certainly seen better days, hasn't it?
Our vertibirds should give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
Put 2 in the head, and they'll stay dead. Advice to live by.
Inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud. If you need it, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, brother.
watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load. Or, you know, if you need anything from Fred.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine. Stray radio signals keep pinging the array. Gonna try to filter it out.
Engine turbines at 87% efficiency.
Vertibird docking systems and fusion cooling. Ad Victoriam, brother. Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner. Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum.
Nothing to report right now.
How can I help you?
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridman's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off. Let's get right to it, then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Super mutants? I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super mutants are no better than synths. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing technology. Whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of circuits. It's the wrong path for science. As members of the Brotherhood, it's our sworn duty to exterminate these abominations in every form. So, can I count on...
What do these shells do?
The Fat Man launcher is an essential part of the Brotherhood arsenal. It's a miniature nuclear payload, in a man-portable format. A squad of troops armed with one of these is virtually unstoppable. If you ever have the pleasure of firing one of them, allow me to give you a word of advice. Don't fire one of them in close quarters. There won't be enough of you to bury in a shoebox. That enough to go on?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
Keeping nukes out of the hands of super mutants? Oh, we'll do our best, all right.
Now, we have a Vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
scowls, balls of haircuts.
Babysitting field
All the
scribe.
touches that you can
Busy.
expect.
It's guard duty. Why? What'd you get?
Vanguard.
You're kidding.
Shipping out into the next rotation. I'll try to leave a couple of super mutants for you.
Lucky bastard.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Three barrels on the trigger.
Target acquired. I'll try and keep him in your sights. Hightail it back to the Pridwin for repairs.
much longer if we don't get a move on. How do you find anything in here?
No green stuff here. Let's clean off. Getting hungry.
Yes.
I hear some.
If anyone could figure out a good use for it.
Lost her.
Where to? Diamond City were fancy. That is a lot of death.
Paladin Dance.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
They're responsible for the death of a close friend. A Brotherhood knight. So when you ask if I hate them, I say hate's too gentle a word. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
How could synths bring about our destruction?
If the synths reached the point where they outnumbered mankind, how long would it take for them to decide we were no longer necessary? They certainly possess the capability to make more of their own kind, so we'd become expendable. And with Institute technology on their side, nothing could stop them. Not even the Brotherhood. It's a nightmare scenario almost too terrible to contemplate. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed. We should head back to the Prydwen. I'll take care of the cells. And the mess.
Piper.
You hungry? These always keep me going.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, have you ever seen anything like that? The airship? God! They must have an entire army on that thing.
Are things all right between us?
You got nothing to worry about. We're good, Blue. And what do you say we get back to making trouble?
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Time to waste when there's work to be done.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
What happens at Fort Strong now?
Paladin Danse is supervising the transfer of the Fat Man warheads to the Prydwen. They'll provide quite an edge to our arsenal. I've also ordered a detachment to occupy the location, and use it as a staging area to protect the eastern side of the airport. All in all, you handed us quite a valuable location.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Where can I get more signal grenades?
I'd use the supply I gave you sparingly. These devices are far more complex than a standard smoke grenade. Should you need more, you should acquire them from Proctor Tegan.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Where do I start?
I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met, so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
Any suggestions where I should look next?
All I can suggest is that you keep your eyes and ears open, Knight. We have every available scribe working on a way into the Institute. It's only a matter of time before a method presents itself.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Questions, Knight?
What about those energy readings that Paladin Dance's recon team detected?
Our scribes are confident that the energy readings are from Institute technology, due to the unusually high frequency. We're still detecting them on occasion, but by the time we send a team to investigate, just watch your step. I wouldn't be surprised if the energy reading were caused by some type... Is there anything else?
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help?
Our records indicate that the Institute was born from the remnants of a pre-war educational facility, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. The ruins of the facility are at the center of the city, but we've already searched them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago, so it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
Not right now, Elder.
Very well, then. Dismissed.
It sounds like we owe you our gratitude for wiping out those monsters at Fort Strong. Now, did you have any documents for me? Or perhaps you were interested in aiding a research patrol?
Do you have any idea where I can find more of them?
Offices, laboratories, military bases. Almost any pre-war location is a potential. I'd try searching desks, filing cabinets. Have you had any luck finding any?
I found some technical documents for you.
Ah, good. I was beginning to run out. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully.
I'd gladly lay down my life.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save the Commonwealth.
Well, the Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance thanks to you. I expect you could use a resupply after a scrap like that.
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods. I've been... sort of a hobby I have to pass. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I am pretty...
Set me up.
Got some choice weapons.
Excuse me, Proctor Teagan.
What can I get for you today?
Let's hear a bit more about that extra work.
Hard to resist the lure, as they say.
Right.
The food stores don't replenish themselves, so we'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a couple. Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the civilian farmers.
Any means necessary? You're giving me carte blanche on this.
You said it. Like they say, if you aren't with us,
Sure.
think you can handle that?
I'm in.
Good. Here's the farm. I've no doubt you'll convince those simple little...
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
My experience, hot shots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
Heads up.
Just let me know.
Always was a little jealous of folks who could craft something other than a paragraph. Nice day. Where are we headed?
Blake?
You don't look like you're here to trade.
The Brotherhood needs food. Better to donate it willingly and keep them friendly.
Don't worry. We don't want to get on your bad side. We'll have crops to donate from harvest.
Yes?
glass of wine, Wellingham?
Certainly, sir. Anything for an upper-stand restaurant.
This is what I like about you, Wellingham. You know what you are.
Are you lost?
Not like those people down there. Lower field workers always want what they haven't earned.
Oh, astute observation, sir. Let me just freshen your glass again.
Thank you, Wellingham.
I may have been programmed to serve, but in your case, I shall do so disdainfully. Let me know when you're ready to order.
There a problem?
No problem at all. My programming dictates that I serve all customers, and just know that my sensors indicate that...
Not now.
Go away, then. Shoot. Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open.
Vadim, I need to talk. Just a minute, Yetim. I am in middle of storm. So then, I am crossing river, right? Wearing nothing but a smile. When out comes the most dangerous of all sea monsters. A Meyerwerk!
A Meyerwerk? Come on.
Ever been up in the stands? Let's just say they can afford a lot of clothes.
Miss?
You'll get used to Diamond City security being unhelpful. Just ignore them like I do.
You know what? Never mind. I'll handle it myself.
Hi there. You can order drinks and food here or at the bar.
Did you work with Earl Sterling at all?
Oh, yeah, Earl. Ugh. I mean, I know I shouldn't speak ill of the missing, but you'd think a bartender would be smooth, you know? Charming? Not Earl. He tried so... The real sad thing? He thought it was his looks. Kept talking about getting a new face over at the mega surgery. Anyway, I gotta get back to serving drinks.
Who owns this bar, anyway?
The Bobrov brothers picked this place up a few years ago. Vadim Bobrov is the loud one, Yefim Bobrov is the quiet one, and I'm the one that has to listen to them argue with each other all day.
Not right now.
Later then. Hey, give me a minute.
I don't know why we let Valentine live in the city. He saves one.
Excuse me, you got a moment?
I don't know why we let Valentine
Tell me,
live in the city.
are you
He
worried
saves
about
one
the
or two
possible
people, and
infiltration of
everyone
Diamond City's
forgets it's a
ruling
freaking
by
sin.
synths?
Yeah, Piper, I am. But I ain't buying your lousy newspaper.
Oh, whoa. Thanks, I guess.
Heads up.
Point the way.
Hey, you're that vault dweller from the paper.
Need new clothes? Should stop by Fallon's basement. Open during the day.
Oh, a customer. Need a room?
Hey, Yefim.
Tell me if you need a room, otherwise the bar is over there.
Did you know Earl Sterling?
One of my brother's old friends. Oh boy. The way those two would go on about girls, you'd think Vadim is loud now. Earl was a horrible womanizer, and I warned him more than once to leave the staff and customers alone. But my brother, honestly, kinda glad he's gone. Wouldn't shut up about the new face he was going to get at the mega surgery center. Anyway, did you want a room?
What's the story with this place?
Not much to say. We sell food, drink, and room. My brother Vadim runs the bar. Scarlett's our waitress, and she helps me keep the rooms clean.
Gonna pass.
Fine. But no sleeping on the couch.
See this bar? I killed a man for it.
If you're hungry, we sell.
Hey, Vadim.
Drinks! The finest liquor moonshiners can brew.
Earl Sterling used to work here, right?
Poor Earl. Gone just like that. Such a good bartender. Good friend. Oh, terrible with women, mind you. Bull, you with Valentine's Detective Agency? I forgot to drop off Earl's key when I hope you find out what happened. Security does nothing but... Anyway, you look like you need a drink.
So, this your bar?
Damn straight it is. My brother Yefim and I make the best moonshine in the entire Commonwealth. We call it Bobrov's Best. Had to start renting out rooms just so customers had a place to safely pass out after drinking it.
Uh-huh. Not now.
Come back later, then.
Certainly seen better days, hasn't it?
You see that big blimp? What's the Brotherhood of Steel? Why are they here? Heard you rescued Valentine. Good work. Those synths scare the hell out of me. But Mickey, he ain't like those Institute psychos.
Hey, Doc.
This better be an emergency.
Do you know anything about this receipt?
Let me see. This is Dr. Crocker's deplorable handwriting, all right. Looks like Earl Sterling was one of his patients. The procedure noted here is mundane. Low-risk cosmetic work. Dr. Crocker never performed it, however.
Right.
Anyway, we should get back to your immediate medical requirements.
Mm-hmm. Where is Doc Crocker?
Last time I saw him, he had to get something out of the surgery center. Probably had to wash some needles or move some storage around. Now, I must insist we talk about your medical needs.
I need to get into the cellar, Doctor.
What does this look like? A public outhouse? You know what? Don't answer. Why on earth would I let you down there?
I'm investigating a missing person, Doctor. And I think the trail leads to your basement.
A missing person? In our basement? The only thing you'll find down there is cold stone and medical waste. So unless you have something pressing, I have other matters to attend to.
Never mind.
Good. Now, let's get back to talking about your
Not now.
Let me know if that changes.
There's an awful lot of blood leading into the surgery center basement. Should try and find a way down there. Doc.
Don't dally. If you're here to be examined, let's get you...
Care to explain all this blood leading to the cellar?
Dr. Crocker must have tracked some fluids when he went down into the cellar. He's sometimes not as fastidious as I am between surgeries. Here, the cellar key. Go check for yourself. I'm sure you'll find there's nothing...
Uh-huh.
Oh, Earl. You've really been a handful, you know. But I think we're just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be corrected. Oh, naughty, naughty. You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix that. I can fix anything.
What did you do to Earl Sterling, Doctor?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. It was Earl. It was Earl who didn't want to be happy. Good patients get a nice, new face. Bad patients bleed all over the floor because they want to screw up their surgeon's life!
So you were performing surgery, and Earl didn't make it. Is that it?
I, might have had just a bit of jet before operating. So I nipped a few arteries I shouldn't have. Who hasn't? But I'm a problem solver, you see. I knew if Earl disappeared, everyone would just think the Institute took him.
Why would people think the Institute took Earl Sterling?
That's what they do. That's what they've always done. As long as there's no body, everyone just assumes. And that's why Earl's body needs to go away.
So that's what you were doing? Cutting Earl's body up?
You can't just get rid of 200 pounds of cadaver without attracting attention. Fortunately, the butcher shop is close by. If their trash pile just happens to have an extra box of rotten meat every week, who would think to look too closely?
You really think you can get away with this?
Get away with this? Don't you know who I am? I'm Doc Crocker. Doc Crocker never does anything wrong. And once this is all over, no one will have any reason to question that.
You've killed a man, Doctor. You're going to pay for it. Put the gun down and come with me.
Doc, be reasonable.
I did it, didn't I? I killed a man. Oh God. Well, there's so much blood. So much blood all over me. I can fix anything.
What's going on here?
On the way.
Dr. Crocker.
Looks like it'll be a closed casket funeral.
I think you owe me an explanation. What happened here?
Did you know what Doc Crocker was doing down here?
That's Earl Sterling's body, isn't it? Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew he had gone through with the surgery. So, Earl didn't just vanish. The procedure went badly, and Dr. Crocker was just trying to cover it up.
What are you gonna do now, Doctor?
Now, I have a report to file, a mess to clean up, and a lot of explanations to give to our patients. You should get going. A medical professional should be the one to handle all this contamination.
He wouldn't listen.
Ellie?
So, you find out where Earl Sterling ran off to?
Earl never went anywhere. Doc Crocker killed him during a botched surgery.
Crocker killed Earl? Gone as long as he was, I figured maybe Raiders or the Institute, but Crocker? Where's the doc now? Rotting in a cell, I hope.
Crocker killed himself. He couldn't take the guilt.
Goodness. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Here, take this. Sounds like you earned it. I'll send word along. Let everyone down at the Dugout Inn know what happened. Shame it couldn't be better news. Thanks again for closing this one out.
You old bucket of bolts, it's Marty. I know it's been a while, but I came across a little mystery I thought might get your circuits firing. You remember that ugly grasshopper statue on top of Faneuil Hall? Turns out it's got a note in it. A note written by the son of one Shem Drown. I don't expect that name means anything to you, but the guy was a coppersmith. Way back when folks did shit like that. Apparently, this note leads straight to the old guy's stash. I don't know what's in it, but I'd sure like to know if it's still there. I'm gonna go do a little recon on the hall. If you decide you want to get the team back together, you let me know.
Nick.
Where's your son? What happened?
Where do you want me to start? The part where Kellogg turned out to be working for the Institute? Or the part where he told me they have Sean?
The Institute? Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, friend. Truly. That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
You don't know anything, Nick?
I woke up in a junk pile ages ago. Just another discarded prototype. The Institute hasn't come calling since. I'm sorry.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
What about him?
He had to have a way in and out. But am I right in thinking he's not available for a chinwag?
He's dead, Nick.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
What exactly do we need, Nick?
Kellogg's brain. It's a long shot, but Dr. Amari just might be able to get it jump-started. See what the old Merc knew.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
Anything else you can tell me about the Memory Den?
It's in Good Neighbor, a little slice of trouble northeast a ways. The Memory Den ain't just a fancy name, it's literal. A lot of people give up all their caps just to relive the good parts of their lives. Over and over. But not us. We're gonna try to dive deep into someone else's mind. I can meet you there, or we can head out together.
I'll head out with Piper. We'll meet you there, Nick.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Look alive.
You say the word.
This place is starting to look like a proper home, thanks to you.
I'd like to trade some items.
Of course.
Looks like it's in working order. Looks like it's in working order. Looks like it's in working order.
crop's been growing pretty good lately.
You're very handy, sir. And I should know.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
Crop's coming in pretty good.
You don't need a sight to see you was really
Nothing I hate more than raider scumbags. If you run into any, put a few down for me.
Yeah,
Hey, Carla.
you again. Here to trade?
I'll take a look. Sure.
I got a little bit of it.
Hey, Carla.
Need to pick something up? Road's pretty long.
Let's see what you got.
Here's what I...
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common. The start of
7A.
freedom train.
That sound, what is it?
Someone there?
Fire in the hole!
Just like that.
wake up. Protectron on duty. Protect and serve.
Hacking this is beyond me.
Blue, you got a minute?
Something up?
Well, yeah, but it's nothing bad. Just what you said about Nat. I've been going over it again and again in my head, and what you said was right. Family's too precious. What kind of life is she gonna have if I never go near her again? It's just... sometimes it feels like the only thing... having someone I can count on, someone like you, it's meant a lot to me. Not a lot of people...
Do people actively avoid you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't exactly start the paper to make friends. I just wanted to right the things I thought were wrong. And when Nat and I first got to Diamond City, there was crooked guards, lousy infrastructure. There was a hole in the exterior wall that was patched over with a bookcase. I started the paper more as an act of desperation than anything else. Turned out I wasn't the only one who wanted. After the first couple of editions, people may not have agreed with what I said, but...
Uh-huh. It sounds like things got better.
For the city? Yeah. For me, when that first edition hit the stands, I felt like I'd finally done something worth doing. But people didn't want to talk the way they used to. Seemed that overnight I'd gone from being Piper, friend, and confidant. A lot of folks, they haven't treated me the same since. Started to feel...
Uh-huh. That was a long time ago. People can't still...
You'd think, but if anything, it's gotten worse. Sure, I've earned some friends back in town, but now I've even... That's why I'm so lucky to have some... You're not afraid of me like everyone else. I was sure that the paper would be the best thing I ever did in my life, but being here with you now... I've needed someone like you in my life for a long time, Blue. I just never expected I'd actually get them. So thank you for being the friend I can count on.
I feel the same way. There's no one I'd rather have watching my back.
And I'll be there for you, as long as you'll have me. Now, come on. Let's hit the road.
Hey.
What can I do?
Hey, Piper.
You know, the Institute has a lot of enemies. The Minutemen tangled with them once. The Railroad still does. I've even got some notes on these new guys. The Brotherhood of Steel.
You said something about the Railroad.
Supposedly, they help runaway synths escape the Institute, but... The only thing I have is a rumor. A code phrase.
That Brotherhood airship is hard to miss.
The Brotherhood of Steel doesn't do subtle. From what I've heard, they take whatever they want. They just might have the muscle to give the Institute a run for their money, but they're... Let's just say they have their own.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
You know that group you rescued and conquered? As far as I know, they're the last Minutemen. They used to be a volunteer army, dedicated to protecting friends, family, and neighbors. Sounds soft, but...
We should get going.
All right. Well, if anyone could figure out a good use for it.
Motherfucker!
Still here? Ain't nothing.
we're gonna splatter you!
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Insurance?
That's right. Insurance. Personal protection, like. You hand over everything you got in their pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
You're a ghoul?
That's right. Like my face. I think it gives me a sexy King of the Zombies kind of look. Big hit with the ladies. Listen, a lot of walking rad freaks like me around here. So you might want to keep those kinds of questions on the low burner next time. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Good neighbor? That what you call this place?
That's right. We cobbled this little neighborhood together out of the freaks and misfits that just wouldn't be accepted anywhere else. You'll see. You make enough friends here, you'll call this place home soon enough. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying.
Hey.
Oh, a new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet.
Did you say something about people screaming?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. So you need some supply.
What's it like? You know.
Well, it's a lot worse when people always ask you about it all the time. But I guess on the upside, I look pretty good. For being a...
Wait, you're 220 years old?
Okay. It's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Do you know what it's like being the...
Actually, I do.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war. So let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war, if you're so ancient.
What do you remember?
Oh no, that's cheating. You first.
I had a beautiful house, white picket fence, and a lawn with the greenest grass you'd ever seen. It was... peaceful.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Last thing you want to see is an old lady tearing up. Well, you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
So, what do you remember about the past?
Oh, sweetie, I was an angry young woman back then. Thought the world was sick. Then it all ended, and well, I ended in a way, becoming a ghoul. Maybe. Anyway, I like your story better, whether or not it's true.
It's the truth. All of it.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. There's another pre-war ghoul hanging around. Well, we should get back to...
Mm-hmm. What kind of things do you sell?
Oh, a bit of everything. Canned beans to chems. I try to take every weird...
Sure.
So chances are you'll find something to your liking.
Right. Gonna pass.
Fine. Turn a girl down.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure.
Uh-huh. What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
Oh, of course you are. It's just... all those metal plates. You're a robot.
Designation, Assaultron. Designed to provide a variety of security-related... One-time conclusion. Why work for the man when you can work for yourself? New designation. KLE. Robot enough for you, smooth talker?
You're... an Assaultron?
That's what my makers called me. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a woman. So what'll it be?
So...
anything that can kill a man, I sell. Except suicidal depression. That now. Are we...
I'll take a look.
A gun for...
Give me a minute. Excuse me. Piper Wright. Public Occurrences.
Whoever
So
this
who's
Brotherhood
really in
deal
charge of
is,
the neighborhood?
I'm not buying that.
Who runs
Come in
this
peace,
city
Mark.
sanctuary? You're looking at him. But I'll sell you a stake in it. 100 caps. Wait, no, 50. 10?
Yeah, thanks. But I think I'll pass.
Hi.
Yeah?
What? You need something to take the edge off? Fred Allen, Hotel Rexford. He'll hook you up.
Hey.
Heard what you did. Saved that Rex Goodman from the super mutants, right? Guess not everyone appreciates the bod, am I right? Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time, but a flying ship?
Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
Hey, Valentine.
Let's go talk to Amari. Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
What's that for?
Bingo.
Speak up now. Were you going to say something or not?
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not gonna be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Isn't there some way to make this work?
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
How much of the brain do you need exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to make do with whatever you can find.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
You really think this'll work, Nick?
No idea. But we got a missing kid on the line. That's worth the risk.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
How do you lock memories?
The implant is encoding all the mnemonic activity in the hippocampus. Think of it like computer encryption, and we don't have the password. Let's see. A single mind wouldn't be able to crack it. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Any idea what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories.
People are
as
always
terror.
hoping for something
This
better.
may prove disorienting.
They usually
at
end
first.
up with something worse. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy. This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Sarah, you gotta give it a chance. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never...
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
Worried about it before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you in... I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we...
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. Remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. So, the first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not... You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Which suited me just fine. With the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline. Shutting down.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Check.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Hopefully.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
It's all just...
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
Is that your son?
This whole setup in
appears to be
Diamond
a
City
very
was
recent
part of some
memory,
elaborate
so
plan of the
good
old
news, I
man's.
think.
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid, like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. What? The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said nothing. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. Just elimination.
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
And nobody's crying but me. Friends all over know I'm trying to forget about how much I care for you.
It's okay. I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
That keep trying to come true. It's all over but the crying, and I can't get over crying over you.
better days, hasn't it?
Amari.
Let's start over. How are you feeling?
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, this is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint, you're fine. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
You were along for the ride, weren't you? You saw what I saw.
Yes, but it's important we review everything together, in case either of us missed anything.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new, but the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Dr. Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught unprepared.
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
You feeling all right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Amari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Radaway you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me. So, Crocker went amateur butcher on poor Earl. Moments like this, I'm glad I'm not made of meat.
Hey.
What? Hey, here. Something to keep you sharp.
Hey.
Always worked for me.
That's all.
Sure.